Welcome, welcome. We are going to get into our Hangman Tarot celebrity reading just as soon as you hit subscribe. So go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. We are going to get started with Pete Davidson's celebrity readings. We are going to get started here. Give me a minute to get my cards gathered. Give me a minute to get gathered here. All right, I'm going to find out what's going on with Pete Davidson. But first, let's go over his astrology. And as we go through all that, remember, please go click that bell so you don't miss any of future readings here with Celebrity Tarot on any of your favorite celebrities, of course. All right, let's get into what is going on with him and then astrology, obviously. So he's a Scorpio. Yeah, he's a Scorpio for sure. Yeah, he's a Scorpio. His moon sign is a Capricorn. Some people say it's a Sagittarius. It's just depending on when he was born, apparently. Then Scorpio rising. He has a birth path of, I have no idea. It doesn't say. I don't know what's going on here. Well, let's find out. Okay, so he was born in New York, November 16th, 1993, and he's a comedian, actor, writer, and a producer. And we are all very privy to the facts of him and Kim Kardashian, just kind of the relationship the two of them actually have or had or whatever it might be. That's your last day of being 38. So it's your birthday today or tomorrow? Happy birthday. Lauren Kaminsky. Happy birthday. All right. You're welcome, darling. All right. So that's kind of the skivvy on that. Let's find out what's going on with the two of them. As of right now, there was a breakup while I wasn't here at my computer. So they broke up. This is according to August 9th-ish. There was a breakup on the Friday previous, and then apparently the split was not like all of a sudden. So a lot of people think it was kind of like all of a sudden thing. So there truly wasn't drama between them, is what they say, when they decided to separate. And this was within the wake of their breakup. It was something that they had talked about. It wasn't like a sudden thing. They each had busy schedules, and the distance was making it extremely hard for them. And Kim travels a ton. Duh. So like when they got into this situation, it's like, y'all know you travel, okay? And y'all are rich enough to go together, so stop it. Like, stop it. They had a lot of fun together, and they can look back on their fond memories of 9 months. Okay, beautiful, wonderful. We kind of knew this was going to happen. So they just can't wait to be in the same spot again. So she must have given him the whole, you know, this is hard. I don't like it. It's too much long distance. You know, when we're in a different place in our lives, let's connect again. And he's like, okay. And so they can't wait until they're in the same spot again so that they can come back together, just like Ben and J-Lo did. Truly unclear what changes or why the sources were painting kind of a different picture of the relationship the other day, yada, yada, yada. And that's according to Cosmopolitan. What's going on now, though, y'all? Is there anything sooner? I don't know if there is. Okay, I'm just a thought. I really think that the two of them, okay, they might have broke up, but I really think Kanye West has something to, well, obviously, but I felt like she was going back into the Kanye West, you know, hole. And so they're never, ever getting back together. That's according to yahoolife.com. And this was Wednesday, August 10th. Like, what day is it? Okay, so yeah, if you were like really wanting them to get back together, or you secretly were thinking they were going to, it's an amicable split. So they actually discussed ending this. So this is like a conversation that probably, you know, a couple weird people in suits had with Pete Davidson when they put him in the crazy house. And they were like, you know, yeah, this is best for both you and Kim. And he was like, okay. And they're like, you just pretend like, you know, you're cuckoo. You stay in here. And then when it's time, we'll let you know when, you know, Chloe's baby's a little bit older. Okay, I got to move on with my life here. It probably stinking Kanye. I know. I seen her wearing that shirt, The Incredibles. And I was like, I have a feeling. Because he would always say that they were the Incredibles. That's what he wanted to be when he got older or whatever. That's what their family was like. Okay, let's find out what's going on with Pete Davidson. I'm just going to get into a current energy first. Let's find out where he is. Well-being is low in energy. Of course, that's in reverse. That does not surprise me at all. I don't think it surprises you all either. Yeah, just kind of not being able to surrender to any kind of blessing, any sparkle of self-love or self-care. It's definitely something he's not diving into. He doesn't want to be a part of that. He's not surrendering to the, the health of it or the well-being of it. He is in a place where he's kind of lucky. He doesn't realize how lucky he is. That's so funny because I was literally going to say that this guy has all the silver linings in the world, because honestly, he's not with Kim Kardashian anymore. So he could find something potentially a little bit more, not surface, I guess. I just feel like she's very surface. I feel like she was kind of going into that as if it was surface, which I think she was. It was sexual. It was very sexual, which is fine. I get it. The sex, drives everything. But, I think this is definitely going to lighten his load, and that's kind of in the energy anyway. So just he's in a place where he's manifesting or maybe thinking about what's next or what he's going to get into next. We are going to confirm that through a tarot card reading. So let's find out a little bit more here on the breakup. All right. I want to find out their situation. So we're going to find out, kind of what was going on, energy, emotions, feelings between him and Kim. Thoughts about it, what they said about it, maybe communicated or didn't communicate. Not quite sure yet. We'll find out. Last one. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to put the rumors to rest? Let's put these rumors to rest. All right, here we go. Poor Petey. Poor Petey. I want to get that tattooed on me. Poor Petey. Yeah. This is just wild. Just wild. Let's see. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. All right, we got our Seven of Wands that's in reverse, Eight of Cups that is upright, Page of Wands that's in our reverse, Ten of Wands that is also upright. That's so weird, but the Page of Wands in reverse, he is manifest. So before they broke up, it was just indicating that he was definitely he was getting ready, or he was preparing, or learning how to manifest. He was in that place where he just wanted to be very playful. He wanted to I don't know, make it as light as possible, as childlike as possible, I guess. I feel like he was just like, yes, about the situation from the get. And it was just like a thinking thing. If he's to think back on it, it's definitely something that, he was impatient for, and could have even been a little bit naive going into the relationship or getting into the status of the two of them, really. And emotionally, he's definitely blaming himself, or he started blaming himself when they were involved. So that, that of course, if that's just in a place where it's starting to come to an end, because this is during the breakup, or the energy between the two of them. And I feel like the blocked thinking, there was just struggle, and it was kind of feeling like a burden anyway. So just kind of like pushing things uphill, but just getting really knocked down and not being able to end that cycle of whatever was burdening him. So I feel like there was kind of almost like he felt like he was being selfish about something, or maybe he thought somebody else was being selfish. But there is definitely time to get into a place where he can start manifesting, get into a better headspace. Because I don't feel like, I know that's like everyone's like, oh, he went into, the crazy place or mental health. I just don't think it's that for him. I don't think that it is. I think it's set up. I really do. Because I don't think he is like that. I know that he has shadow. We all do. But I don't think that he's mentally like unprepared that way, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like he's there. It's not going to put him in a place where he's not okay status. Like, I think if anything, he was already in kind of that space, if that's where he went. I don't think that, the Kim K or, like the breakup put him there. That would be weird, right? I mean, I don't feel like people usually end up in places because of that reason. I don't know, though, for sure. So again, these are just speculation. These are just me talking about the cards that are popping up over on Kim's. And they're definitely thinking on the situation was, she really was struggling to interact with Pete Davidson at the time. And it's almost like she just wanted to do what was the most important thing to do here. And that was for herself, really. So, I mean, she was lacking the courage. She struggled quite a bit here, especially when she's to reflect on it or to look back on the situation. She definitely was in a place of emotionally thinking she would be okay with that. But it's just, there's a feeling and a change, and it happened. That's just where it was. I don't think that she purposely meant to hurt him or purposely, poured his cup out and was like, I'm not loving you anymore. I really think that she wanted to see the whole picture, but she couldn't unless she was able to end this relationship, because she has something further to think about and do. Okay. There's a lot of shadow work that she has to do. There's a lot of awakening that she has to do. So she's headed that way. She's headed towards, the light. She's headed towards, her emotions, her feelings, her thinking, and her vibe. I mean, these are just kind of, she's in a place where she's just really trying to seek some truth, inspiration, maybe find some solution in her life. I'm not quite sure. Again, these are just what the cards are saying, and I am reading them for you and just intuitively kind of feeling the vibe here. I don't think that this was done in harm's way. I really don't. But I do think that there's a huge silver lining here for Pete Davidson. I honestly don't believe that this is like, oh no, like I think it's a great thing for him. Okay, let's find out the intention of the two of them during that breakup. So he had breakdown of harmony. So he just felt like lack of like feeling like he belonged or he was home. There was a lot of tension between the two of them, and he felt like there was no actual like family support or any kind of like, I don't know, support, maybe energetically or just like in general. He definitely wasn't feeling it though. So the fear of commitment also was coming up for Pete Davidson. So he, probably was wigging out about how he was feeling even. And so over on her end, her intentions was that she's had troubles in the past. So she just wants things to feel easy, and they weren't really feeling easy. There was a lot of harmony here that was beginning to feel like more like trouble than harmony. I think it was amicable is kind of what the news is saying. It was amicable. This is seemingly like it was amicable. I feel like she probably did it more for, because she just got out of that relationship. You know how that is when you get out of a relationship, you should heal a little bit before you dive into the next one, and I feel like that it was pretty amicable. And I just feel like I don't think he felt like supported enough. And I think his, his mental status was very important to him. And I don't think it really had much to do with her. I think it might've like pushed it a little, but I think he's just, seems like he wants to take care of himself because he's got a lot of blocked thinking and emotion when he was in this relationship dealing with this situation. So let's find out a likely outcome here, just kind of in the past with that breakup. And that breakup, again, it's been a long time coming, apparently. So the breakup didn't just happen out of nowhere. It didn't just happen out of, somebody just walked out and was like, I'm done. Like they actually had a conversation about it is what's being told. Okay. So likely outcome here is our strength upright. The Fool is in a reverse. And then we have our Two of Swords upright also. Yes. Yep. Yep. That page. Okay. So likely outcome, I feel like, he's going to really try to evaluate the decisions, and he's really going to try to know the answers here by not blinding himself. So he's at a crossroads, and this is the likely outcome by the, the very ends of the breakup. So like, this is the crossroads. I have a choice here. I have a choice here. Which one am I going to go at here? So he can't be blind to the truth. He really needs to communicate that and clear things up and get out of that fog, get out of, not being able to really make a certain decision and not being able to, push forward, I guess, and find some balance and peace within his life. I really feel like this love, it was a little bit of an illusion, maybe. With the Fool in reverse, I feel like it could have been a couple different things. Like the impulsiveness of it was like, that one night stand energy, right? But I feel like there was also just too much of an immature attitude within or, between the both of them. I mean, there was just too much. Okay. And it wasn't very welcomed. I don't feel like it was very supported energetically or around people. I just don't think it was very supported in general. And I do feel like between the two of them, neither one of them would have added to the relationship because neither one of them wanted to listen to the advice given to make this relationship work. So I feel like, yeah, being in love would have been kind of an illusion, or just thinking that like, let's just have fun. Maybe that's what they thought in the beginning. Like maybe they were like, we're just going to have fun, but the world's going to think, we're totally in love and totally eclipse of the heart and blah, blah, blah. But that's not what it was. Like it just wasn't. is Pete younger? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think that can be a, like physically, like passion wise, sex wise, that, you know, I think that it's a good balance between the two of them. I don't think like for marriage or commitment, obviously, I don't, but that I'm not a professional at all. At all. I'm the last person, I guess, anybody wants to speak about being in a relationship. I can't even be in 5 days. I think I made it 5 days a week, maybe a week, and I've already self-sabotaged a relationship. So there's that. Cool. So there's that. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna keep it moving. She's gonna impulse date. She's gonna create, you know, some sort of dating thing, and she's got that inner strength and confidence. She's got that Leo energy, even though she may not be a Leo. It's just very much, she is very much into her self-esteem. She's very much into herself. Her ego runs the ship basically all of the time. I don't think that that makes her a bad person. It just makes her somebody who's very aware of her, you know, exterior. So again, I do think that whatever comes up for her, she's going to feel very accomplished or experienced within it. But yeah, it's all about that dating stuff for her. Let's find out what is going on with Pete Davidson as of right now. I want to see where he's at. Yeah, you know, I thought it was cool when Courtney got together with Travis. I thought that was really, I thought it was like her moment. And then here comes Kim with freaking Pete. It's like, you just stole her moment. Like, I really felt like she took her moment. I did. And then Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, I've just never had a good vibe on, but it was fine. It was cute. But the one that I really liked was Courtney and Travis. I thought it was adorable. She took her moment. She did. I loved them. I really did. All right. Let's find out what's going on with Pete Davidson. Let's find out just kind of in general where his energy is, his thoughts, his thinking, his feelings on the situation, what he wants to do up ahead for work, or, you know, whatever it is that leads him within his passion, his right, his path. Let's find out a little bit more. Yeah. What can we call Courtney and Travis? We need to come up with a name, because I don't think that they have one. So if you guys think of a good one, we could always call them that. All right. All right, we got our 8 of Pentacles reverse and 9 of Swords is up. We got our Sun, and that is also in our reverse. Okay. So within the past, and we're not going back very far, it's just kind of indicating that there was definitely some sort of energy focused on his traumas or on his anxieties. He did have a lot of hopelessness. It's almost like, I don't know, definitely the communication of it or just the fog of it is just like very unclear where it kind of came from. So he wanted to be as smart and like progressive as possible, I guess, and just kind of keep it moving forward with, you know, dedicating all of the energy, focusing everything into healing or into trying to figure out where this anxiety comes from. So really just trying to get into a better place, fulfilling, you know, that icky, hopeless feeling. I don't know if you can actually take that away. I think we all like always have that hopeless feeling. We can always remember it's always there, but you can figure a way out to feel that hope again. I'm sure. Yeah. It's mostly because it's almost like he exaggerates. I know that I'm not going to put any, that's what the card is indicating, that there's kind of like a layer of exaggeration, or it's almost like it's not quite as what he's saying it is. So it may not be as intense as he's speaking. But again, that's his experience. So I don't really like saying that or want to say that, I guess. It's just like makes me I get very uncomfortable talking about this at this point. Like I'm feeling a little uncomfortable just because this is, you know, any kind of like mental health. Again, I'm not a professional about any of this, but that's just kind of what the cards are kind of saying. And they're just like, you know, yeah, he's very focused on trying to figure out where this anxiety is coming from. But again, there might be a little bit of exaggeration here. And that to me, it's just like, it just depends on his situation and how he's feeling. What are the influences around this? Okay. So what's influencing this anxiety or this, the trauma stuff, or just kind of feeling like, what's the fucking point type vibe. I feel like there's definitely some sort of secret that kind of was revealed or could be revealed maybe, but I feel like he tries to remember mostly whoever this person is an earth sign. I feel like he tries to remember them in positivity. He definitely tries to keep the potential, or the potential of that secret. He tries to keep it hidden or underneath the surface of things. And I think if he were to change things up or choose a different type of direction, it's like he looks like he's doing stuff, but it's like he's still like moving with the same energy or moving with the same thoughts and feelings. And so maybe if he does get some sort of counseling or some sort of advice or help, he'll be able to get into that change that's required to keep kind of moving forward and get out of like almost feeling like he's a kid still. It's like we all kind of feel that often, I'm sure. Hello, Fair. Oh, hi, Joe Biden. This is so strange that you're in my tarot room. Okay, here we go. Likely outcome and a little bit from those past influences. Yeah, so he kind of expects things to be something specific, and it's like that kind of lets him down. So the further and further he gets into these outcome expectations, the further and further he's going to get into kind of like almost the opposite. So it's just creating kind of an illusion, a guy, loving love, or, a guy thinking, this is exactly what I want. But it's like, are you prepared to play that role? Are you prepared to be here and start this new beginning with this person? This has a lot to do with why he is in this insecure, this anxiety, this little bit of trauma stuff. And it could even have a little bit to do with just even trying something new or getting into something as far as like a focus, something more than just himself. The CIA. Girl. And what did the CIA tell you? Anyway, I don't think Joe Biden would be sent as a speaker or spokesperson for the CIA. I don't believe, but that's just my thought. Okay, so yeah, again, it's just like there was just kind of like almost like when he got into this situation, it was just like there was a lot of stuff kind of pushed onto him, and it's almost like he was just there for that passion stuff, or that good feeling stuff that heightens things within inside you for a small moment, but yet there was a lot of long-term commitment, like situations like the kids and Kim, and it's like there's a whole fucking thing there. It's it is hilarious, and whatever he's saying is deleted because he's being inappropriate or rude or whatever. So I don't know if it's hilarious. I mean, it's just like, it's beyond me. It's beyond me. I don't even understand it anymore. Okay. So again, it's just that exaggeration, or just loving the idea of love, or just thinking that you could get into this different change or a different direction, but not yet actually changing the fucking issue. If there's an issue and you don't change it, you're going to continue to keep walking on the same path, a meaningless path, unfortunately. That's where it was headed. So I think he's doing something really good for himself. I don't hate it. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, I am going to get out of here. It was nice to meet you, Joe Biden. Okay, I'm leaving. I'll be back. I got to get in with Britney Spears. If you actually want to join me for a live and listen to tarot and, hang out and have a good time, please come back. Okay. Share, like, and follow on your social media, as well as check out my social media below. Leave a comment if you have a request for a celebrity, or you want to request or a question or a thought that isn't inappropriate. Go ahead and check all that out. Nah, like, you guys good. Like, you guys don't need to come back. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't understand. Like, you need to check yourself. No, it's all right. Girl, like, I'm speechless. I mean, you guys should just go. Like, for real, because I'll just ban you. Like, I literally don't have time for that. Like, it's just, you can't get anything done when there's trolls in the room. You really cannot. And you can't get anything done when there's negative individuals around, or people who hate on you, or people who are just even worse than you, or just try to attack you for being a fucking human. Like, it's unreal. It's unreal, Mrs. Kaminsky. Yeah, you should fucking go get a job. Go get a job, honey. Bye.